Alright guys, welcome back to the channel once again, and in this video we're going to be talking about the authentication in FastAPI. So in the previous video we looked at the middlewares, and also in this video we're going to be discussing about login and register, like how we can make the authentication successful. So we're going to be using the JWT process, not the basic authentication or simple OAuth bearer token one which comes with the FastAPI. So we're going to be using the directly advanced like the JWT, which is the mostly used in any kind of application if you're deploying on production and letting other people to use that application. Okay, so that kind of feature we're going to be building into this one, and also we're going to be looking at one more kind of middleware which is imported by Starlet library, which is also included into the advanced middleware of this FastAPI. So we're going to be looking into that as well. So let's get started. Let's look at that middleware first, and then we're going to be jumping into this JWT authentication. So if we go into the middleware, as you can see my screen over here, so I'm already on the documentation page. So this is the JWT authentication over here, but let's explore that middleware first. So we can just click on this, go scroll down at the bottom, go advanced user guide over here and advanced middleware. So we just need to come down over here and we can use this one. So you see Starlet middleware docs. So here you get many options to use your middleware functions, not exactly writing like this over here like HTTP something. Okay, so you can use this one as well, but you have to export that like an app to that file. So basically like whenever you want to create a middleware, so you're going to be using into that file only. Okay, so but this way you can create your own folder of the middleware and write your middleware functions and classes over there. Okay, so we just need so there are multiple options to use. So we're gonna use the basic HTTP middleware over here, because anyway that's gonna be your main job, because any API is coming in, so you have to validate some details into that one. So you're gonna be using that. So this is what it is: custom HTTP header middleware. And basic HTTP middleware is kind of, you are just extending the features of this one and then writing your own logic for modifying your request or validating your request when the API calls are coming in. Okay, so we can just copy this code, or we can just I already had like copied over here. So I created, I'm not sure this was included in the previous video, but I think I created this folder middleware, and then I created base middleware over here, and this is how you can call, you can write it like over here. So you're gonna get the requests over here like self and the request and the call next. So this is gonna be class. You have to write the classes for middleware, and that was the function. So if you see over here, this is the function. Okay, so you can just include this decorator app.middleware HTTP, and then it's going to be included as a prior to each and every API for validation. And the space middleware is just going to be written like this. So there's one function going to be by default function which is called dispatch, and then it's going to be dispatched as a middleware over here. Then you can just, so you can print whatever the requests are coming in, headers or something, and then you can just validate it over here before calling the next function. So calling the next API function, the main route. So before calling that, you can just print all the things over here and validate it if the request is like genuine or good. So you can just pass it, otherwise you can just drop it over here and throw the error message, whatever you want to. Okay, so let's print it out. First you have to include this middleware. So how are you going to do that? Come to main.py over here, you can just import like this: from source middleware, base middleware, import custom HTTP. Now you have to write over here app.add middleware, and over here you just include this one, custom header middleware, like this, and just comment this out. Okay, we don't need this. We can use this one as well, so we can use both at the same time. So first it's going to include this one, and then second this one is going to be included according to the step, like where you have included which one. So in the row both going to be included, or you can use that multiple middleware as well, like this. Okay, so add middleware, I think the spelling is wrong. So my server is running. Okay, now let me just go over here on the UI. So my Swagger UI, this is the one. Okay, if I reload the page, now you should print something over here. So you see it's printing, and this is the message I have written after that into the print. So it's coming from there. Okay, it's printing 2 times because I reloaded 2 times. Let me reload once more. So I'm gonna see over here, hello is coming at the end, and this is the all like header properties which you're gonna get, like host, connection, browser, and everything is coming over here. You see every details of your request is coming over here. So there are a lot of things are coming in, so you can use those. Otherwise keep it normal. Okay, otherwise whatever, it depends on you what you want to do with that. People do a lot of validation checks, so you can do that, but this is a very basic process over here. Okay, so that's how you can do that. So let's jump to the main topic, which is this one, JWT authentication. So we can just go over here in the security, and OAuth 2 JWT. So what it says, first you have to install some libraries before using this one. So it's gonna give you the token like this whenever you do the login, and then token you have to pass in another API where you're gonna press the user details or calling any other API. So that token gonna be validated, like actually this user exists into the database or not. And then if the user doesn't exist, so like user not found, otherwise the token is invalid or something. So you can also use this token to check into the go to JWT and then paste this token, so you're gonna get the token details, but you have to include the same hashing method with that, like this token got created. Okay, so all those things I'm gonna be telling how the JWT works. And you see there is, like it says, first you have to install pip install PyJWT. So let's install it. So just copy it over here and just install. Oh sorry, I don't need to copy this token, sorry. Okay, I can just install and then PyJWT. I hope it would be correct. Okay, so I have already installed, so it's already over here. And there should be another library, import parslib. So you have to install the parslib as well, because we're going to be using the bcrypt just because for hashing our password and all, because you cannot store the plain password into a database, so you have to hash it. So we need to install this bcrypt as well. So just copy and paste it over here. So the bcrypt also installed, so bcrypt is also over here. So now I'm going to running my server again. Okay, so I can run my server, and then now go back over here into, like, scroll down into your browser, and we have some method to import, so we can import this. So just copy all of these things from here like this, Control C. Okay, and then go into your auth.py, because we have to create the login and register, so we can just copy and paste it over here. Okay, and all those things imported. So let me just check nothing is redundant over here. So okay, so I can remove this base model from here because the pydantic library was already imported over here. Okay, let's just keep some space over here. Okay, so we have like OAuth, password bearer, request form. So I don't think we're gonna be needing this. We need to use these two things, invalid token, because we're gonna be using only the JWT part and the crypto context we have. Okay, we need to copy this one, so just copy both all these three things over here and then paste it. So the secret, you can keep anything whatever you want. The hashing method you can use HS256, or there are multiple other methods as well, so you can use those as well. So up to you totally. Okay, now go over here. Yeah, okay, what we are doing. Okay, go over here. We can just, right now we are not connected with database, so we can just use fake user DB over here, and then we can just put it. So whenever we're gonna be creating any new user, so we're gonna be putting our data into that one. So we're gonna be appending the data into this list, this dictionary. So right now we don't have database, so that's why. Okay, so it's gonna be like this, your username and then your user details gonna be added like this. Okay, and after that just scroll down a little bit more. So there are some object types have been already defined over here, so we don't need to use all of these. If you want to, you can use it, but we don't need, because I'm not going to be continuing with this one. I don't need that. I already have created my register and login, so I already have it over here. So you see register model, login input. So I created this, and I'm not going through with this process, which is over here. Like you can create authenticate user, because that's I'm going to be making in another file, because I have separated the file, and this is all the things included into this one. Okay, so now what we're gonna do, we're gonna be creating our user first. So register user. Okay, so we have register API over here, and all those things we already have it. So now what we have to do, get the user details, hash the password, and after that return the user details, like just return the message like user got created. Okay, now so go to the over here and into the Swagger, register. Okay, and try it out. So we have to just pass the user details, like mail.com, and the password we can just keep it 34567 okay, and just try it out. Execute. I executed, so I got the message received, so 200. Okay, so over here if you see, I'm just sending the message back. Okay, and I printed it. So if I printed it, so you see my user details coming over here, email, password, full name. Okay, so let me just comment it out, because it's gonna be showing little cluttered over here, so we don't need that. Go over here, execute it again, and then you see okay, so you see our details we got over here. Now what we have to do, we have to hash the password. So just go to auth.py over here. So we got the user details now, hash password, hashed pass equals to pwd. Okay, I think we have not copied the password context, so we need to copy the password context as well from here. So that should be somewhere over here. Okay, so the crypto context, so you have to copy this one as well over here somewhere. Okay, so this is gonna be password context. So now you can encode and decode the password with this. Okay, so just do pwd context dot hash and put your password. Register. So your password gonna be encoded. Now print hash password. Print. Okay, because you see all the other things, schemes and all have been included over here, so you don't need to pass anything extra over here apart from hashing your password. Okay, so password has been hashed. Now you can just user got created. User created successfully. Okay, and we need to add this user. First check the password is getting hashed or not. So go over here in the Swagger again, execute this method. Okay, it took some time to hashing the password, and you see your password got hashed over here. You see, this is your password, hash password. Okay, now go back to the code. Okay, over here. Now what I'm gonna do, so I'm gonna be doing like pick user db. Okay, register inputs dot email. So I'm gonna be saving the user by the email. Okay, over here, and now just create the user email equals to register inputs dot email, and the password equals to hash. So these two things we can save over there. Okay, now it's gonna remain as it is because it's in the session until you refresh your server. So now we can just use this, and we're gonna get this detail into the login API as well. Okay, so it's gonna be saved until unless you are refreshing your server. Okay, this local server. We executed, user got created successfully. Now copy the details, go into login over here, paste it. Okay, now execute. So we should get the details. So okay, so it's a 200 request because request received. Now what we have to do, we need to validate. Okay, so login. Okay, login inputs we got. Now we have to check user exists or not. The whether the password you put in, this password is matching into the DB or not. Okay, so you got the login input. Now what you have to do, you have to get the user out. Okay, so user equals to fake user DB. Okay, and then login inputs dot email. Okay, you got this. Now verify pass equals to pwd context. Okay, now you have to put the plain password over here, login inputs dot password comma user password. Okay, so you have to put the hash password over here and normal password over here. Okay, now we're gonna check if verify pass is true. Okay, so we have to remove, oh sorry, we have to remove, we don't use this in Python, so remove this. Okay, true, then you have to generate the token. Okay, if verify password is true, so you have to generate the token. So for generating the token, JWT token, we have to do token equals to JWT dot encode, and then you pass the details like email equals to login inputs dot email, and you have to put the secret, and algorithm, you're gonna be algorithm. Okay, like this. I hope it should work. Okay, and now you have to return the token back, message received comma token equals to token, and make sure you token. So this is good. Okay, so first you're gonna be verifying the password over here. If the password is good, so it's gonna give you the true or false, whatever it is, and then you check if the password is true, verification is true, then it will create the token for you, and then you can get the token into the response. Okay, and if you don't get it, if we can put one more thing over here, if verify password is false, then return, you can return it over here. Okay, verify password false, you can raise the error. Okay, raise exception password incorrect. Okay, now let's try it out. So first we need to create the user, now another we're gonna be verifying the password. Okay, so let's create the user first. Now the server has been refreshed multiple times, so we created the user created successfully. Now go down over here, login, execute. So we got the error. Now we have to solve the error. Okay, it's usual, like it's easy. Cryptocurrency objects is not callable. Why is not callable? Okay, there is a problem. We have this password context, we have the crypto context as well. Okay, so there is a problem I think in calling this, just because we are hashing the password and it works while hashing, but okay. The problem is that over here, because we have not used any function over here, and that's why the problem is coming. So we have to use verify. Okay, so it's gonna verify the function, verify the password. Okay, there's a silly mistake. I'm sorry for that, but now we're gonna try again. Okay, so user got created, and we can just try it again. and you see we got the token. So our all the everything was correct. Okay, so just missing this verify thing. Password got verified and we got the password incorrect and the token we got. Okay, now what we can do, we can just try it again. So we can just try to put the wrong password and just check like failing or not. So if I execute it, let me check I got the error or not. So I got the internal server error. So internal server password incorrect. The message is coming. So for returning a message, we can write one more some kind of provider function or something. So what it's gonna do, whenever there is any error got raised into the whole application, so it's gonna capture that error and modify it and send you the actual message what you wanted to send on the client side. So that's also you can do that over here. So you have to include that over here somewhere. Okay. We're going to discuss about those things as well. Don't worry. Let me just put the correct password over here, and I put the correct password, and then you see I got the token. Now I have to pass this token into the header. Okay, so I'm just going to my postman, okay, my user over here, and that's, I already tried this already, I think in the previous video. So the token again over here in the authorization. So we can put the bearer token as well, but I'm not including the bearer right now because I'm not expecting that into my API. So it will be as it is. Now send it. Message received. The API is working, but there's no any logic to verify this one. So we're not going to get any details from the user. Okay. So what we're going to do? So we have the user API over here, and this is where it is coming. So what we need over here, we need this all detail. So we need this all details, like all these details from here. So we can just not this one. Okay, so we can just copy this and put it over here in users.py. Also we need JWT, so we can just import JWT. Okay, now what we have to do, verify the authorization token. So we got the token. I think it should have been printed over here. So you see the token is coming. Now we have to validate, we have to decode the token. So what we can do, details equals to JWT dot decode. Okay, now you put the token authorization, then you put the secret key, and then you put the algorithms. Okay, algorithms. Okay, like this algorithm. Okay, so here you have to put the algorithms, and there in the while you're encoding it, that you have to put only the algorithm. Okay, over here you have only one option to put algorithm only, not the algorithm. So it's gonna be as a string over here, but here you have to pass it into the list. Okay, like you can use multiple algorithms to decode that, so it's possible. So one of that matches, so it can just decode the token. In case of like probability, they want to decode the token by multiple algorithms. If one of that algorithm make it work, so it can just get the details out of it. Okay, so that's good. So we can just print the detail over here. So print and then details. So you're gonna get the email of that user over here, and then also you can return the details like user equals to user, not user details. Okay guys, so it should work for us now. Let's go over here, and our server has been refreshed. So now we have to create another. So that's the one thing, and let's register. So this user got registered now. Now log in. So I got logged in into the application. Okay, I got the token. So just copy this token. Okay, from here, copy, and now go to the postman over here, copy, paste, and then send. I got the user. So my user is over here. Okay, this is email and the user email over here. So there should be some other details as well, because we need to get the user from this fake DB, and somehow the user is not over here, so that's why it's not coming. But what I can do, I can use this one, fake user DB one, into like that user.py. So how I can do that? I can just create one more file over here, like helper.py, like this, and I just copy this. I'm gonna be using it in both the files, so that's why it should be kept somewhere in the like common place. Okay, so just now import it from there. So I'm just gonna be from .helper port fake user DB. Okay, so it's gonna be working over here. Now copy this, go over here, paste it, fake user DB. Now you got the details. Now you need your user details. So what do you do? So fake user DB, and then put details dot email. I'm not sure it's gonna working or not. It provides me, yeah, it's gonna be giving me the dictionary. So I think details dot email, I think they should work. Okay, so we can use this and we can try this. It's gonna work. Okay, now let's go. First you have to register your user, otherwise it's gonna throw the error. So execute. User got created successfully. Now go over here, login, logged in, got the token. This is my token, and then just copy the token from here and copy. And so I'm going to be showing you this one as well, like where you can use this token to go over there in the JWT and validate it as well. Okay, so just copy this token, go to Postman over here. So same process, Control All V, and then so you got the user details, email, and the hashed password, because we are saving it. So we can exclude this hash password when we're going to be using the ORM and all the things, like the type ORM. You can create the database models like the tables, and then that's where when you use the eloquent, so there you can put the options like whenever I extract any entity, like any column from the database, so you should always include my password or access token or token, those kind of things. So you can exclude any column from your database table. Okay, so this is the details I got over here. Now let me show you how can I verify. Okay, so let's suppose any token you have, you want to decode it. It's a JWT token, so you can just go over here, come and just scroll it down at this page and just put this and then paste your token. You got this is my user details. You see my name. So this is what I encrypted it, so it's gonna show you the detail, and you see this is the hashing algorithm what I used. Okay, so you can use the another hashing algorithm as well, like let's suppose you need 512-bit token. Okay, 512-bit token. Okay, so you can use this one, create the token. So let's try it out. Okay, I just want to try whether it fails or not, so let's try it out. So I just put 512 over here, S256, so it's gonna be giving me my long token, very long token, 512. Okay, and now go over here and then execute, registered. Now go login. You see I got the very long token over here, so it's very hard to encrypt, like nobody can do that, so it's very hard to decrypt the token, but you can just copy it. I copy it and now go to the Postman. Okay, paste it into the body somewhere. Copy the token like this. It's a none, headers. See, now you get the details, man. I had also go take this token, put it over here. See how long it is. I got my details. So that's how it works. And also you got the hashing algorithm over here. Alright guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching. I'm not gonna be making the video long, but yeah, it's been quite good. So I've been a little bit sick, so I was not able to upload the video, but I'm gonna be continuing every week. So thank you so much guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.